Hi, I'm David McQuillan, Senior Specialist on ATG's Reality Capture team. Take a look at our footage from our recent Reality Capture demo day, where I take us through the hardware features of Leica's BLK360 laser scanner.
So David's gonna again get us started with the BLK360 here.
Yep, so here we have the Leica manufactured BLK360. And what really makes the BLK360 a great tool for the AEC industry is that it's the perfect blend between speed and efficiency while collecting and the data size that you're going to be getting out of it. Now we know in the AEC industry, we're going to be wanting to put these point clouds or meshes into things like AutoCAD or Revit. And so this really allows for a very easy workflow. I'm going to go over some hardware first. So first we have here is our carrying case, protective case. I'm going to go ahead.
Righty tighty lefty loose. There
we go. Take this guy off. I want to show you here first is our multiple cameras. So we have 3 cameras on this device. And with those cameras, we have the ability to use what's called HDR or high dynamic range. And that is really comes in handy, with something like a doorway scan or the outside is going to be bright, but the inside is going to be dark. And so it's going to take, extra level of detail in those photographs.
So really what it's doing with those HDR images there, Dave, is so it's taking multiple exposures of the same exact image and then it's blending those together so that we can get the best of the dark space and the best of the highlighted space, but we can't do that with a single photo. A camera just can't do it. So it takes multiple exposures, combines them for that actual high dynamic range there, so we can actually see into the dark areas and the light areas at the same time.
Right, perfect. As well as, while this device spins, it's going to be taking panoramic images with those cameras as well. And so when we're in the software and the data later, we're going to have full spherical imagery, which is also very important when it comes to doing registration, which we'll show you here in a little bit. The next thing I want to point out, so we have the camera and we have flashlights actually. So, we found this to be really helpful while we're out in the field. Maybe you're in the basement or in the planning stage, or even in the most recent project we had, a power went out. So just a really great tool there. It keeps you collecting data, even if your circumstances change, like the power outage, for example. Gotcha. Next up, I just want to show you real quick, battery port. So we just plug in the battery. Right there we have our serial number. And so that's going to become important later when we basically link this with the iPad.
So I know this has takes standard photos. Does it have any sort of other sensors there as far as what kind of data it can capture?
It can actually capture thermal data as well, which is pretty interesting. And then, what you're going to be getting out of your point cloud is, it's a colorized point cloud because the photos are there. You're going to be getting, intensity values based on the LiDAR. And then you could also have your thermal color point cloud as well. So pretty amazing things there. As you can see in the middle, the mirror will spin. That's our laser emitter. And this does, on a medium setting, which is really our preferred, for indoor spaces, it's only going to take about 2 minutes and 40 seconds per scan. So pretty quick, pretty efficient. Of course, you can turn off the photos, you can turn on the HDR photos, you can change the density, things like that. And I'll show you some of those settings when we connect it to the iPad here in a little bit. Now, something also to note with the speed and efficiency is if we did not have an iPad, we could just use this single button collection. And I'll show you that a little bit here, but for now, I'm just going to use this to turn it on and connect to the iPad. So let's bring it over here to the tripod.
So we can scan though without using the iPad is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we have a standard tripod with an adapter. So you can have any sort of traditional standardized tripod out there. Doesn't need to be special or like a manufacturer or anything like that. So, but it does come with this adapter. So I'm gonna go ahead and just push it in. It's gonna bring in the pins, line it up with the middle. Okay, now we know it's sturdy on there. Now you notice there's no bubble level on this tripod. And that's because there's actually an IMU, an inertial measurement unit inside this device. So really we just have to level this, just quickly with our eyes. And then it's gonna take over the self-leveling internally. So again, just another one of those things, the speed and efficiency that this device offers.
Great, and obviously a very small, compact, lightweight unit as well. So portability wise, you're not lugging around a 20-pound scanner or anything like that. Stick this in a duffel bag and you're good to go, and always kind of have one of these on the job site as well.
Yeah, and we've used this, behind conduit, behind piping, sticking up through the ceiling into the plenum space. I mean, if you're trying to get, any sort of tight situation,